I mean, you just, it's trading tough players away and making big trades, and you get attached.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Alex.
This is Jesse with the Improbable Podcast. Freddie Freeman's future. Is he going to sign with the Dodgers? Our boys in blue. Freddie Freeman coming at you.
The trade sending shockwaves through Major League Baseball, and when the trade came down, we were meeting with Braves manager Brian Snitker following the first day of spring training. And while Freddie Freeman does still remain a free agent, you can tell potentially losing the former MVP would have a big impact on this organization.
What he's meant to my career and just, the professional that he is. I've learned so much.
Just feel his contributions throughout the organization, the way he mentors and helps younger players along with the process.
He's been our guy for a number of years, and personally, he's meant a lot to me. Going into the whole thing, I knew that there was that possibility. At some point in time, he may not be here.
While Braves general manager Alex Anthopoulos couldn't say anything specifically about Freddie Freeman, he did tell us that it was one of the toughest decisions of his career making that trade for Matt Olson. Now this team can continue to move on and fill other needs heading into spring training.
If you don't want to get benched this season, don't strike out. Hit that like button, swing at the subscribe button, and hit a home run on that notification bell.
Jeff Passan's reporting right now that the Braves and Oakland are in agreement to trade that will send All-Star first baseman Matt Olson to the Braves. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't have really, it's new for me. I've been out here for the last 2.5 hours, so.
What's your overall thoughts as Matt as a player?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's I really don't have, you just said it, so I really don't have any right now.
That would mean that Freddie is likely not coming back. Is that?
Yeah, no, I knew that was I'll put it this way, I knew that was a possibility. He's a free agent, so, going into the whole thing, I knew that there was that possibility. At some point in time, he may not be here, and if not, then we'll continue on with who we got.
What does he mean to the Braves?
No, he's been our guy for a number of years, and personally, he's meant a lot to me. But we'll see.
With this move of Matt Olson, does that mean Freddie Freeman will no longer be in your future plans?
Yeah, look, unfortunately, just the way the rules are set up, I can't get into discussing any free agents. I know, I understand the question for sure. It's just the way these rules are set up. So, obviously, we made a trade today. We traded for Matt Olson to play first base, and excited to have him. And it's obviously tough to part with a lot of really good young talent. But it's been tough. It's been a challenging offseason just with having a short amount of time. Game starting Friday. First base has been something we've been wanting to settle, and it felt like it needed to be the first domino for our offseason because we have other things to do. So, I know every team's going through the same thing, trying to build their team. So, tough trade to make. Really, when you're trading that much talent, it was really tough. But excited about Matt joining the club.
Alex, what makes you excited about Matt?
He's just obviously a very good player. I think the performance speaks for itself. Defense, offense, what we know of the makeup, the person, the character. He certainly checks all those boxes. One of the best young first basemen in the game. So, and that's why it was so expensive. So, we're excited to have him.
When did you perhaps get the sense that you guys wouldn't be able to re-sign Freddie, so you needed to go this route?
Yeah, same thing. I can't get into any free agents. I could just tell you that, obviously, it was obvious. I know there was a lot of talk about guys like Olson being out there in trade. Today, things just accelerated. And it got to the point where we had something that we could do, and it was a tough decision to make to say yes, but we ultimately made that decision, and it just allows us to move on with our offseason. We have other holes to fill in the team, and we kept every day. It felt like it was getting harder to wait because of the other areas we have to fill. Ronald Acuna likely can't play the field till late May at this point, and we're gonna have to figure out some outfield and some other spots as well.
Alex, what's the thought behind making this move before Freddie's situation is resolved?
Yeah, so I understand the question. It's the same thing. I guess I'd say this, like, without being able to talk specifically, obviously everyone's working the off season right now and doing their best to line things up. And we've tried to make multiple moves, whether that's rotation, bullpen, position players. And this was the only deal for us that we were prepared to make at this time. And obviously we've explored a lot of things. We're going to continue to explore a lot of things, but other than the deals we made before with guys like Pena and so on, this was the first thing that that made sense for us, as hard as it was to do.
How hard, Alex, is it, without getting any specifics about free agents, how hard is it, this signals the end of the Freddie era, so how hard was that aspect of it for you, because he's such a beloved figure here?
Yeah, and I know, I get it, trust me, you could keep coming with that. Look, I'd say this was I've been here 4 years, I'm entering my 5th, this was the hardest decision, transaction that I've had to make.
I go generally on this, but how much does public relations sort of ever enter your mind when you're thinking about that with, the fall from this and this trade that all feel different in this offseason with that position?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think you weigh everything, but at the end of the day, we have to build the best team that we can with the resources that we have, whether that's, signing players, trading for players, and so on. So I understand in this job, trust me, I've been through it a lot. There's a lot of criticism that comes with it. That's just part of the territory. No one enjoys it, but it's my 11th year, going into my 11th year as a GM, so I've lived through a lot of it. And I've always maintained I have to do what I feel is best for the organization, as hard as those things are to do.
Alex, did you reach out to Freddie when you knew this deal was coming down?
Yeah, I just, I think once the free agency period is done and all that, I'll be able to speak about any free agents and things like that. I know the rules are so strict when it comes to those things.
You gave up on what some people have as 3 of your top 10 prospects to get Matt. What makes that worth it? What about Matt's skill set makes it? I
mean, he's a great player, but I mean, look, it's tough. I mean, I guess it's when you're talking about fair deals, I guess they're supposed to hurt. It hurts. This is the most talent we've traded since I've been in Atlanta. This is the best group of players, all of the above. So those guys are all really good. They were all really tough to move. But obviously Matt's a fantastic player too, and you're gonna, the adage, you have to give up, you have to give to get, and so on. And with where we are as a club right now, coming off the World Series, and I think we still feel good about a very competitive, contending club. And you trade for you're trading for now, and you're trading down the road. So, but look, obviously, Matt's track record and what he's done, it speaks for itself. Again, he's one of the elite players in the game. And rightfully so, it was going to cost a lot.
What's his contract situation? And they give you an
he's arbitration. He's arbitration eligible. Look, we just made the trade, and we don't ever get into that kind of stuff.
You guys are losing a leader in Freddie. What do you know about Matt makeup-wise in terms of?
Yeah, I mean, just like I could speak for Matt, fantastic. Everybody has unbelievable things to say. So, we do a lot of work on that. That's always been a priority since I've been here in Atlanta. Everybody that we bring in, we spend a lot of time, and the reviews on Matt are fantastic, and I'm excited to get to know him more.
Brian mentioned that he knows Matt from working some camps with him and things. Did you pick his brain at all just on the makeup there?
Yeah, I'll ask anybody when it comes to, players, makeup, things like that. I just think more the better in terms of information. Anyone that's crossed paths, you're trying to do as much work as you can. So everyone has fantastic things to say.
Have you talked to Matt?
Yeah, I talked to him.
Conversation?
He was great. He's excited. Obviously, he's from Atlanta. Competitive club. I think I saw him. He did media there, and he said, if there's one place he wanted to go, it was going to be here. So he was very, very excited. Just came across as just a class act, which is what we had heard about him.
Did he give you an indication when he'll be in camp?
We're actually going through that now. So obviously he's in Arizona, time change, we're having to pack up and all that. So we're going to work through that. I'm not sure yet.
Pache seems to have gone pretty close with Acuna. I know they showed up yesterday in the matching SUVs and everything. Do you feel the need to address the clubhouse personally after a series of moves like this? Is that something you'll do? Or
I'm always available to the players. I'm always around. I walk around. I talk to them. I feel like and I think the players are comfortable enough talking to me as well. So I'm not a big team meeting guy as a GM. Normally the manager, the players do that kind of stuff. But I'm around, and obviously players, I think, are pretty comfortable. I don't want to speak for them, but in my experiences here in Atlanta, I've been able to communicate pretty well with them.
How did Snit take that news of the trade?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's happened so fast, right? So this all happened today. So really, it was things, So he just he's excited to get Matt. Obviously, he's a great player. So if he knows we have to fill the roster, and he's worried about the guys that are here, and he knows we still have some holes, and I know I still have work to do, especially with not only our games starting Friday, but the season starting, and guys have to get ready, and every game's going to count in this division. Is unbelievable. So every club is adding and trying to be competitive. The Washington Nationals, even though they traded guys last year, they keep adding. The Marlins obviously have done some fantastic things. Obviously the Phillies. I mean, all of us are trying to win. So it's going to be the NL East is going to be a grind.
When you say the trade happened today, you mean you came around to the players actually that are going there? You've been talking to them for a while, but how?
We just you stay like anything. You're trying to get a sense of all off season, but we didn't have an off season because we were locked out. So once we started back up, we didn't really get serious with them until last night, and then it came together today.
Alex, I claim to be a body, emotions expert, but you seem kind of bummed out. Just disappointed. You pull off his deal, you should be excited. No,
yeah, I mean,
wrong here?
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited to get Matt, but it's tough.
You keep saying that this is one of the toughest deals that you've had to make. It may be obvious because you keep talking about how many prospects you gave up. Is it anything beyond that, or is it because of?
Yeah, sure, but I can't get into that. So, it's a tough deal.
Alex, at what point in time did you lose confidence that you might get ready?
I can't get into specifics. I guess, last night we finally said, look, we're going to try to move forward. I'm trying to get this trade done and see where it goes, and we got it done today.
It's tough to get rid of Freddie, but you've got 2 years of a younger Matt Olson. You have $18 more million to spend now. You have, there is some good to this deal. How do you look at that?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's trying to put the team together with payroll and things like that. You're always trying to balance that. I know, obviously, fans are always going to want more. Front offices are always going to want more. Our payroll's going up. It's been the highest it's ever been in the history of the Braves each year I've been here. Obviously, we went back in 20 compared to what we were at 2019, but we got back there by the end of 21. So we've climbed. I know it's a topic. I get it, but we continue to climb. But look, there's a limit to how high we're going to go, and I'm going to work within that. I've never been one to complain, and I'm happy with the relationship and all the resources that I get from Terry McGurk. And whatever resources we have, I'm going to do my best to put the best club on the field, but that means making some tough calls.
Is it going up again this year?
Yeah, it's going up again.
What do you think you guys stand in the division with the Mets adding and then the Phillies adding?
You know what? I mean, I'm aware of what everyone's doing, but we never react, and I worry all the time, right? I look at every team, and I think every team's great, but especially when they keep adding. So we really do just try to worry about ourselves, build the best club that we can, and look to Snit and the players the credit. I don't think anyone's expected us to win the division. In the last 4 years, these guys have gotten it done. So I stress about it every year. It's a grind. I'm still in shock every time we've won, but I'm obviously elated. And it's a challenge, and I don't think that it continues to get harder.
I know you can't speak to specifics, but as you move forward, are you anticipating you're going to have a lot of conversations with fans about the direction?
You know what? I mean, I'm around Atlanta a lot. My kids play sports and schools and all that, so fans have been good to me. I've always been very polite to me. Obviously, I get asked questions and things like that, but Atlanta fans have just been so respectful everywhere I've been, and I think I'm kind of below the radar overall, but I'm out there and around. But, I do stuff for the organization and things like that, and my view of it is the players, the manager, they're the ones that are the spokespeople for the club. I understand I'm accountable for trades and signings, but I don't think people are paying to come see me be a GM, right? It's about the players. So I think as long as we hopefully do a good job and put a good team on the field, they should be pleased.
Alex, have you ever had a move in your career that's had so much emotion around
Nope, not even close.
What? I mean, I know we can't get into this, but I gotta ask, why?
I mean, you just, it's make trading tough players away and making big trades, and you get attached.
Thanks, Alex.
Hit that like button, swing at the subscribe button, and hit a home run on that notification bell. Thank you for watching the Improbable Podcast. Have an improbably awesome rest of your day.